Hello. Yeah. F to the PC. It's not so it's specifically it looks like I have a an issue with my main. You can't hear me? Can you hear me now? Hello? Okay. It looks like the SSD that my Windows install is currently on is finally like nearing the end. So I am going to have to rip things apart here in the near future and take that SSD out. Unfortunately, that SSD is in the worst possible slot for me to go through and need to replace. And the reasoning for that is because I I have a water cooling loop, and that SSD is right under my GPU. And my GPU is a massive pain because it's got two water blocks on it, front and back. I got like the worst 3090 FE block apparently. They're not connected. It's literally just two separate blocks. So I'm gonna have to like strip that all apart to get to that SSD, which is gonna be fun. I'm not a fan of doing like CSV3 and Beam Overload 3. I generally don't like mixing beams and cannons like that. If you're going to mix things, or like if you're wanting to do single target and multi-target on the same build, I would rather do like the Hydra, do CSV2 and then Surgical Strikes 3. I think you would just, generally have a bit more success doing something like that. Yeah, it's popping up saying that there's like issues with that drive on Windows, so I do have some new parts that I ordered from Frozen CPU because they're shutting down and they've got like 50% off a bunch of things right now. So when that stuff all arrives here in the next week or so, I'll probably just strip things apart, put some of the new fittings in, things like that, and just take that SSD out. Okay. I was trying to do the model rocket event. Yeah, it was an abrupt cut. The like my PC just completely just hard locked and crashed. Hearing my phone, but I don't know if I said it. Yeah, the um it's the SSD my Windows installs on seems to be having some issues. It's seen better days. I swear if that jingle gets me like a copyright thing, I'm gonna be. I mean, there's still plenty of health on that drive, so I don't know why it's messing up to the severity it is, but it's got 81% left on the health status. It should still be fine. But I'll take it out and put one of the other SSDs I have in. Um, yeah, it's real nice of you, boss. It's an Intel 660p 1 terabyte.
A large cache of parts has been discovered. Grab as many pieces as you can. You found a stabilizer part. Take it back to your workstation.
Yeah, the
Spiders
STO
are
server
crawling out of the
performance is
parts
not great.
pile.
I think it is Warp Core. Most of the drives I have are QLC. So I do have a SK Hynix, what is it, P41 Platinum or whatever, like one of the really high-end Gen 4 drives that I picked up last year around Black Friday. So I need to move my Windows install over to that. I talked about doing this a couple weeks ago and then I never did. And I think that's a bulk of my issues right now.
You found a hull part. Take it back to your workstation. Spiders are crawling out of the parts pile.
Do I just hate performance and lifespan? Yes. Didn't I already do this earlier in the stream? No. I was literally right as I crashed, I was going through and queuing for it, and it DC'd. I have a drive that's got like really high endurance rating. It's in my other computer though. It's a Samsung.
You found an engine part.
Was it
Take it back to
F320?
your
Like it's an
workstation.
enterprise grade SSD.
Forest
It's got
fires
like
have been reported in the area.
20 something
Responders
petabytes
arriving
worth
soon.
of
Be careful.
endurance on it. I bought it used on eBay for like 140 bucks a month or two back, and like even with it having over a terabyte of reads and writes to it, like it or a petabyte, it's still got like 98% health or whatever. It's also really fast, but it uses 8 PCIe lanes.
You found a stabilizer part. Take it back to your workstation.
Grab a few more parts from over here too quick, and I'm just gonna stand at the workbench. Big pile of them over here. So, Warp Core, on the topic of high quality SSDs, I have that SK Hynix one. They're really good, like Gen 4 one there, and then after
You found a
that,
hull part.
I've
Take
got
it back to your workstation.
the 1 terabyte 660p, which
Parts
is
at your
going
workbench
bad,
have caught fire.
a 2
Go back and
terabyte
put it out.
660p, and then I have two 2 terabyte 670p's. Those are the ones that have been like 80 bucks recently. I have a lot of cheaper SSDs, but I mean for game storage, those are fine. It's just me having my Windows install on this SSD is not ideal. Intel SSD enthusiast. Oof. Thoughts on showing your solo ISE skills without Exodus? I don't know. That HSC went pretty bad, I'm not gonna lie. Bit of a WD enthusiast. I hope you don't have like the MyCloud service or whatever. I was just reading about how like all their things have been compromised. Hard drive wise, I've got a couple I've got drives from all over. Like I've got a couple WD drives, I've got a couple Seagate. Do you need to play this mission now? I mean, I just like it's so easy to just run and grab like a part from each area that I just go and I don't personally care about like, going through running over and grabbing those parts real quick. I am done there. Now to wait. I will mute my mic and be right back though. Need to find where I set my phone. The answer is that my phone is plugged in 1 foot to my right, and I forgot that I plugged it in. You see, it's completely random there. Like, mine was fully built out, purple spec, you know, across the board, and look at it, it blew up like immediately. Yeah, as you can see, completely random, so it doesn't really matter what parts you grab there. That is that daily done. The universal endeavor is Drenar Beach Assault. I, to be perfectly honest, do not hate myself enough to go through and do that on stream. Let's see. Dosbork, the thing about the recruits that's really nice is that you don't have to actually do all their tasks during the event. The only thing you need to do during the event is get this device in your inventory, this temporal or tesseract communications receiver. That's all you have to do during the event. After that, you can do the task whenever you feel like it. And before it didn't add progress to the thing, I hope it did. Yeah. The Delta tasks are very, very easily done compared to some of the newer ones. That's why the rewards have been scaled down over time too, is because the Delta stuff was just too good, to be honest. Drake. I am Klingon aligned though. I mean, I am Romulan, but I'm on the KDF side. The the Klingon side to me is just the better faction to be aligned to. There's more opportunities here for earning resources. Ranger, you're doing an IASE. Well, I need to do deeps. KDF side has marauding. That's huge. Sure. Starting to get a bit worried there, man. I'll just have the Maelstrom on, Ranger, don't worry. Just the Maelstrom with Torp spread. It's fine, Ranger. It's fine. Trust me. It'll be fine. And I also have the Torpedo Point Defense System console on, which don't worry, that doesn't. I'm ready to go. Yeah, the KDF side just looks so much better at this point. If I lost everything I had on the Fed side and it was moved over to the KDF side, I wouldn't, I wouldn't care. I'd be happy with that. Ranger, don't you worry. I'm bringing the immersion build. Immersion as in it's... Well, I just, I've been watching Star Trek Picard, and it's only torpedoes you ever see firing, right? So torpedoes are immersion.
The situation is grim.
Yeah, Kronos just really is not that great, but like the Klingon starbase is honestly like amazing.
Sensors confirm that the transwarp conduit has been destroyed. However, our scans of the starbase are still being disrupted. We will need to send an away team there to look for survivors.
1.13, I mean... But... Okay. Need all this loot. Yeah, let's take a look. Ranger, I'm sorry if I impacted your build there. I did have a few a few attacks from CF apparently. I at no point though I don't think I ever fired off, or I don't think I even got like a like an actual like high yield proc off of that. I mean, I might be wrong, but I think I just hit your CF mark targets and just got the damage bonus off of it. World Razor Array, 80k, because I hit it on the grouped up spheres on the gate there. Recursive, 121k. Maelstrom Torp, 282k. I mean, overall, like, that was an okay run. Wonder how many more Galaxy variants we're going to get now. I don't know. They've really milked the Galaxy class now in the game. I mean, the World Razor is like the ultimate Galaxy class. I don't know if they could actually beat the World Razor when it comes to like a DPS Galaxy. Yeah, we need them to come out with a like a new version of the Sovereign really bad, because all the versions of the Sovereign in the game right now sort of suck. The Ross is not terrible for like a port boat or like a budget tank. But then if you're willing to go and use the Trinacell Galaxy, the Galax, those versions have always been a little bit better. The legendary Galax is actually a fairly solid surgical strikes boat. Let's join the public queue for Crystalline Catastrophe Advanced. I see a call out for that in the channels here. So CCA, let's join that public queue, help them get a pop there. Any try to mix Psi rep gear on non-Psi buff? No, I don't really mess with Psi stuff too much. I'd say for anything science related, that is my weak point. I would highly recommend and advise that you go to the builds Discord and look at the sections for those types of builds. We've got a ground section over there. We've got an EPG area. Yeah, I know Voyager. Ranger, it's really bad. I'm probably at a point where I'm going to do a video about it. Like a rant type video, just going on about the poor server performance. Because like I've had so many runs, even channel runs recently, where the timer is literally going backwards. Going off my ship here. I haven't seen that in a while. We just one-tapped the entity. We got the rewards, but the there's no pop-up for us to leave the map. We just one-tapped the entity. It died. Yeah, I know. Maelstrom just makes it easy? Absolutely. The Maelstrom's insanely powerful. Are we gonna have to take an AFK penalty or like an abandon penalty to get out of this map? That's really unfortunate. Did I get an abandon from that? No, I did not. I don't even have a cooldown on Crystalline. What the hell? Oh, dude. So if you complete Crystalline and you one-tap it, it gives you no cooldown. Oh, man. Ranger, you know how much of like a resource gain that could be? We just get a bunch of like Torp boat eagles together with Maelstrom spam. And just all go in and just one-tap the entity. Yeah, Dennis, that's always my intention. New TFO for farmers. Yeah, they just have to set up a really high end build. That's funny though. Like that is legitimately funny that we just slammed it that hard that it just died. Next patch, Cryptic buffs Crystalline again. Yeah. What is the? I don't even remember. Like what is the like HP on the Crystalline entity? Damage to from team. So literally, if you can do like 13.5 million damage to the entity, that's it. So you literally could just one-shot it with a super buffed up Maelstrom Torpedo. You don't even need that. You literally just do like high yield 3 with the Maelstrom, buff it up, time your phase space membrane, buff it up really, really hard, and you'd be able to one-shot the entity. Okay. I do need to go to the Terran Battlezone, so I'm going to go over and do that quick. Solo ISC, I just took cooldown on that. Distant Night, I don't know. Solo ISC is difficult for me. It's a very, very scary queue to do solo, as you know. I did try it the other day with the Hydra. I'd slapped 2 Maelstroms on the Hydra, and I went in with the CSV Hydra with the 2 Maelstroms, and I did get quite far, just seeing if I could survive. But then I just randomly died to like a torp out of nowhere at the gate. My DPS wasn't great though. It was CSV, so like it bursted really well at the start, but then at the end it just, you know, was starting to fall off. Too much DPS. I know. You guys should go complain on the forums. Like I queued for a Crystalline catastrophe and it just died right away. DPS is too high. Half the stream is currently building Eagle to go to Crystalline. Oh, on the Maelstrom, by the way, there was some people wondering why it wasn't being buffed by quantum stuff. Apparently, it's actually like a photon. So even though it says quantum, it's apparently a photon. I need to grab a photon console and test that at some point, but that's apparently why quantum stuff wasn't buffing it. Is because to the game, it's actually like a photon. That'd be a good fleet name, yeah.
The Mirror Universe bases are transitioning to our universe. Head to their locations to stop them. The Mirror Universe bases are activating. We have 10 minutes to drive back as many as possible.
If the World Razor had a battle cloak, or like even better, an enhanced battle cloak, it would literally like be the top DPS ship. I mean, it's already probably the top DPS ship in the current meta, but never. Oh, dude, I have an idea. I want to slam that thing with a high yield 3.
Station's metaphasic shields have dropped. Focus fire on the plasma control station. The station is drawing power from an auxiliary satellite.
They just died. Sturka? Yeah, my computer like just fully hard locked and crashed. I had to hold down the power button. Like my windows were all still there, but it was
fire on the platform control station. Disable the power station that's orbiting the base.
I don't necessarily want to sit here and complete this, because this usually bores me quite a bit, but to be honest, I want to try and just, like, one-shot the little starbase right there. Now's the fun part where we gotta sit around this thing for, like, the next 10 minutes. They still haven't patched the Maelstrom. Honestly, I don't even know if they know about it. That really should never have made it to live, though, in that state. I'm playing the game the way that the forum wants me to play the game. I'm letting the teammates take out the enemies. I'm not buffing up. Just sitting back, protecting the objective. Which is the worst? I don't know. I don't think we saw, like, enough of the Confederation to really say for sure. I don't even really remember. Like, they went through that stuff so quickly. And that season in general was just so boring that How can someone get the Maelstrom? You get it from the legendary Akira. So you have to get the first strike bundle to get it.
Disable the power station that's orbiting the base. Shut down the portal generators to force them to switch to emergency power.
Hello, Sphinx. Yeah. That's pretty much, yeah, that's true. Yeah, it was a really bad season. My torp went to the wrong thing. I thought I clicked it, but I missed. That's really unfortunate. Thankfully, the game is easy and it still dies really quick anyways. All that waiting and I hit the wrong damn target. I click on it and I didn't realize I clicked off of it. That's a very, very noob thing that I just did there. Yeah, Torp spread 3 with the Maelstrom is crazy. Dosbork, you can get an in-map invite to a fleet that has the colony world done. So long as your fleet has the provisions, you can still access that gear. Valid entity name. think it died fast. The lag when rewards drop is always fun to see.
All 3 bases have been forced back. Excellent work.
Good job, everyone there.
Sensors screening a large force of Terran ships inbound. They must be making a final push.
Let me get out of this map because it's loud, but I have been finding, Michael, that with the Maelstrom on, I can drop most of the Torp stuff. Like, I dropped Subspatial, I dropped REA, I dropped a ton of the Torp traits that I was running on my hybrid CSV World Razor build, and I'm basically running it like a normal CSV World Razor, except I've tossed in a Torp spread of the Maelstrom. Yeah. Xbox also has it? Yeah, I've heard that. Okay, so let's try another Crystalline catastrophe here in a minute. Let me fly over to DS9. Oh yeah, I forgot sector spaces. So no, it's actually turning me now. Yeah, Dosbork. To be honest, like I've made this comment a few times, and I'm not saying this that I like in a way that I want Stowe to die or anything like that. I do sometimes wish we had private servers for Stowe, just for the simple fact that it's been the server performance has been getting so bad in high-end environments that the game is sometimes just not playable. Like, if you want to go do PvP, there are literally times of the week, times of the day, where you might have, too much lag to really have a good experience. And you run into the same thing in TFOs. You guys have probably even seen some of the model rocket TFOs. Sometimes those maps are lagging out, and you're like rubber banding on them. Like the actual server performance of the game is just abysmally bad, and like I still want this game to be developed. I want the company, to get money and all that, but at the same time, I sometimes find myself wanting a private server so that I can actually have a playable experience. Ghost, how's it going? Because like I've had multiple runs in just the past week. I did a channel run the other day, actually last night, where the timer was going backwards in the prep phase of the run. During the briefing phase, the timer would go down to like 30 seconds, and then it would bounce back to 32. Then it'd tick down again to 31, 30. Like the timer counting down to the start of the match was literally going backwards. That's how bad whatever their code issues or whatever are, that like that's how bad it's getting, is that it's happening in briefing phases before we even start hitting abilities. Yeah, Michael. The Maelstrom honestly just is a really fun Torp to use. Okay, I'm going to join the public queue for Crystalline Catastrophe again. So if you want to join in, public queue CCA, let's try to take it out during the first phase again. Yeah, Ranger, I think a modern version would be very nice. Because there is one out there, it's just like pre Dyson Sphere or something. I don't know, Ranger. Did you get the Maelstrom, Ranger? Just actually run a nuke build? Fine. I tried, Ranger. It won't let me load the loadout. Stowe is screwing me over right now. Where's your cave? What's your playstyle? Like, what do you like to do? Are you like a science player? Do you like flying escorts? Like, you know, that'll be a big factor there. But in general, my recommendation right now would be like the definitely the Hydra. Like, that's a really good recent ship. I don't think my torps landed in time. Brat. Yeah, it's too slow to fire them. Oh, it's too slow to fire them. I screwed up. I tried and I failed. I've let down everyone here. I apologize to everyone here that I've let down. You like torpedoes. For like a C-store torp boat. Oof, the Eagle. The Eagle definitely would be the recommendation. The Eagle is what actually holds the current infected Space Elite record. I don't know if Kay is here, but Kay did set the record the other day with the Eagle at like 2.5 million. So that's a very capable platform. But like if you're wanting to fully set up a really high-end torp build on that, that will be expensive, as it would be on any ship. But the Hydra, or I'm sorry, the Eagle is definitely the ship that I would be looking at for torps right now. The Terran Eagle Pilot Raider. That is a very, very good stealth torp bomber ship. And it has a console that is basically must-have for torp boats now. Thoughts on doing synthwave with the beam overload build? Distant Night? I don't hate myself enough. That's terrible. That's terrible. Triz would have got it? I know. Triz would have entered the map and the Crystalline entity would have just blown up because it couldn't handle being on the same map with his inventory. Yes, the Eagle console, it completely replaces the ferrofluid from the Terran rep. The Eagle console completely replaces it for a torp build. It's a straight up direct upgrade. I still, even on a non-pilot ship, yeah, I think this is something you're going to want to run over the ferrofluid because the passives are just better. I don't even use the clicky. The clicky was fixed, so it's not super OP like it was when it first came out. But the passives on it are more than enough to make this a straight upgrade over the ferrofluid. Drenar Beach next? I don't think I want to really do that. What are the best investments with fleet marks? You mean fleet credits? That's going to depend on your build. Of course, the TAC consoles are the big thing, right? Like that is the big thing from the fleet. If you have excess fleet credits and you're looking to go in and, you know, dump some of them, then there are there are some DOF packs that you can get at your Starbase or Fleet Colony world that you can then open and sell on the exchange. Yeah, the trade slots definitely, yeah. Okay, yeah, the Dilex has come back down. Last night the Dilex backlog fully disappeared, and I did actually go in and instantly get some trades done. Short, how's it going? Also, Ranger, I'm not entirely sure you'd want to do, like, it really depends on the environment, but I think there are situations where you'd probably be better off using a Torp Spread 3 with the Maelstrom over the high yield 3. Okay, so let's do a side-by-side comparison here of a 3-charge Torp Spread 3 versus a 3-charge Salvo or high yield 3. So, what's the picture at? Okay. So your high yield 3, you're doing 145k times 4 to that one target. And you look at the spread 3, it's doing 116k times 4 per target. So it can have up to 5 targets. So that's like x20 there, basically, if you like fully get it out. Like I think from the overall damage point of view, the spread 3. Oh yeah, okay, I got what you're saying. So yeah, for a single target, definitely. But I think that even under spread 3, the damage numbers on this are good enough that in most situations you could just one-shot most enemies with the Torp Spread 3. Am I a moderator in the trading channel? I can invite people there. I do not really for any administration or moderation issues, I'm not the person to take that stuff up with, but if you need an invite, I can invite. But for administration, moderation, you gotta take that up with Croesus. Doritos or Funyuns? Depends on the flavor of the Funyuns. Like, there's like some spicier flavors, right? It's been a while. I have been trying to not be as terrible with that type of stuff. I'd probably go for the Funyuns. But I'm pretty sure there's other flavors of that now too, right? Yeah, I'd probably go with the Flamin' Hot ones. Yeah. Yeah, Flamin' Hot Funyuns, I'd go with those. I don't really like Doritos. Yeah, you need to talk to Croesus about that stuff. I try to not step on his moderation stuff there. I basically just invite people when they need an invite. Yeah, definitely contact Croesus. Good God, could you be more from Iowa? I don't know. I'm from like rural Iowa. Like, what do you want from me? I grew up when I was really young. The town that I lived in only had like a couple hundred people. Um, Most of my life I lived in a town of just a couple thousand then. Only in the past couple years did I move to a big city, Des Moines, which most people would not even think of as really that big of a city. I just need Google Fiber to be installed to justify me living here. What warp core am I using? I am using a Fleet Colony warp core. This is a torpedo boat, and I figured the little bit extra power for Ox, might not hurt. This build is set up for high-end supported runs, so I don't really need the survivability from the Disco 2-piece, and torpedoes literally do not care about weapon power, so I wish the loadouts cared about power levels. That'd be really nice if your loadouts, actually adjusted your power levels, but torpedoes don't care about weapon power or weapon power drain, so no point in running a Spire one. John Deere green? Terrible. Spencer, I dare you to do Coliseum on Elite. Maybe as like a fundraising goal, yeah. New SSD. Do you need the 3-piece? Zankethy, I was aiming to do it today, but I'm probably going to have it out tomorrow. Just because I ended up doing this stream today. But I want to go over all the meta changes that we've had in the past week. Do you need the 3-piece? Alan, I mean, like I was saying to you yesterday, I think the Disco 3-piece is really good on a do build if you're doing normal or advanced content. So for your use case, I do think, yeah, you can try the Disco 3-piece out on your builds. I've had a lot of success with it on CSV builds. I don't know how it would go on a Beam Overload build, but I'd say just try it out. It's not that expensive to get either. It's just Disco marks and all that, so definitely just grab it, try it out. What's worse, Elite Coliseum or Elite Terran Gambit? I'd say a Terran Gambit was such a high bar. Steven, how's it going? You can choose Drenar Beach or Coliseum. Oh man. You guys really hate me today. Suggesting I play all of this really lovely content that exists in Stowe. Terran Gambit was pretty rough. Solo ISC on the World Razor? I don't think if I set up a CSV build, it would probably do fine, but this build is not set up for solo. Yeah. I know you want me to do some solo ISCs just tonight. I know. ISCs also without the Exodus straight on. I almost did the other day with the Hydra, but again, CSV. Coliseum's just a time sink. Gambit is just like physical pain. Okay, I need anti-proton damage on ground, so let me go through and get that done real quick. What anti-proton weapons do I have here? I've got the stapler. Okay, we're going with that. See you around, Alan. Yeah, I will probably be ending the stream here shortly because I need to go get food. And I got some things to go do, so. Get my endeavors done now. Get some stapler action in here. Oh, they've adapted. Terrible. Leojet, 904 on the legendary Akira. Very nice. Y'all are gonna make me do some more solo runs again.
Janeway's trapped in Transporter Room 1. Go get her!
Especially, like, I really don't think we need Exodus. You know, one of the biggest boosts for solo runs is going to be if they follow through and actually, like, lower the activation time on team abilities. Because being able to run tac team without like screwing your build over, that'd be huge. How do I get to the edge of the map every single time? I was using the stapler Voyager. It's the anti-proton duress pistol, I think it is. Yeah, we're really getting to a point where I think the easiest solution for Cryptic would be just increased level cap. To try and increase the difficulty a little bit, but that's just increasing HP. And that's not actually increasing difficulty. Yeah, Beach Assault is the universal, I know. Terrible.
Spin the wheel and win.
We don't even necessarily need new mark weapons, but they probably would, because that'd, you know, be income for them, but I really do think that they should increase the level cap. Increase the level of difficulty. I think I saw you were asking about, you know, what 2 terrible pieces of content should I go out and do, and neither seemed like the best idea. Bet it all? You want me to bet it all?
Spin the wheel and win.
I can't for 20 seconds.
Those ship holo emitters are pretty snazzy.
They're not gonna do legendary difficulty. They won't even release all the new content that they've been putting out in advanced or norm, or you know, advanced or elite. Is my connection okay? Okay. That seemed to be a bit laggier than usual. There you go. I bet I've got the high roller achievement for that. Is there anything you can use GPL for? Yeah, there's a couple things, and I'll head over and show you real quick after this. The logic there, Michael, was that the Borg do adapt, and we just have our tactical officers taking care of it quickly. So you can get some holo emitters that will make your ship or your character look like a different thing. So if you want to look like a Borg drone, you can get a one of these holo emitters.
Keep your eye
Turn that on.
the wheel.
Suddenly your character looks like a Borg drone. They have those for space and ground. You can get some trophies for inside your ship. They also have some costumes here. Like there's not much. This is a store that, like most things, Cryptic has not put, you know, much effort into long term. Pug Battle of Corfez.
Double with Lita as a licensed product of Quark Enterprise.
You want me to do the really hard content, don't you? Subspace Party Nullifier is a must buy? Yeah. Okay, I'll swap builds and we can do a Corfez. Yeah, I think there were issues like that, but I don't remember. I can't talk. I don't remember how long ago that was. I don't know if that's something people even still try. I think they have. They're all bound now upon pickup, right? Yeah, they bind to character upon pickup. You know what? Let's try the Akira. Where's that Akira at? The USS Cruiser. Thaw only Corfez? Oh no. I don't actually know if anything has changed. Someone else would have to comment on that. Okay. I will go for this, and I'll put a side team on. Actually, I don't have it trained on my bridge off, or yeah, it's right there. I'm blind. Yeah, we gotta clear the subdukes, right? Imagine if we can actually use team abilities again, because Cryptic finally fixes them interfering with firing cycles. Be huge. Okay, public queue of Battle of Corfez. That instantly went? I'm very, very worried right now. Ranger, I legitimately do not remember. So basically the issue with team abilities right now is that they have a 1 second activation time. And 1 second means that if you hit this at the wrong time, your weapons won't necessarily be able to like start their firing cycle during that second. So if you have weapons moving on to their next firing cycle, they would have to wait for that 1 second activation period to be over in order to you took a few there. You told me to pug it. I pugged it and it went right away.
Vodwar ships have invaded the area.
Yeah, there's a big section on the wiki for the Delta Recruit stuff. The STO wiki page takes a while to load, it seems. Elite Corfez in the random pool. That'd be horrible. That'd be... misfire. I think we got this.
Benthan allies are running the Vodwar.
My piloting there was disappointing. I know. My piloting there was me, Yeah, Intel team is definitely a bit disappointing. I don't have PFP on. Let me find a part of the map that people aren't on. There we go. Need CSV to go. Like I just used my focus frenzy on a target that just immediately died. I'm getting massively screwed over by cooldown reduction right now. Master Dude, let's go. I really should have PFP on for this. My flying is absolute garbage today. Oh, not much, Greg. Just doing some casual Corpez. To activate that is. Just gonna run around, see, make sure everything's okay. We did lose one, it looks like. Oh, did we one phase it? Yeah, the Nero Kira is okay. It's just a worse version of the like the Praetor or the Vorcha.
The Terran are sending a...
We got Terran. Okay. So this tonight you were open. We got the Terran phase. If you guys have Proto Matter, probably a good idea to put that on. Just to help heal the owl or the NPCs here when they all spawn in. Blue? I don't know. Maybe the advanced inhibiting is blue? I don't know. have PFP for the Terran. This is done. We don't have enough EPG. Did it. I didn't think we would do it, but we did. I was using the graviton displacer. The graviton displacer can group them up together. That's what I did right at the start of that phase there to like try and group them up.
We're pushing the Vodwar back, but they're not going to leave without a fight. And if they can't take the planet, they'll destroy it. The Vodwar are sending in a dreadnought.
That Torp did so much damage to him.
Excellent work.
There we go. Yeah, trauma response helps a lot with the do things here. Honestly, I wish that I wouldn't mind if they just left trauma response as is. For PvE, because the shield pen is nice and it actually gives a reason to use emergency power to shields, because it's just emergency power to shields is usually just garbage, but with trauma response, okay, that was absolutely terrible. My piloting was absolute just garbage. I already know my piloting was garbage. Ranger, good job on the hits there. Where's it here? Did I not actually change it to high yield? Or no, okay, there it is. So the salvo 3 of the Maelstrom did not really do that much. There probably just wasn't enough debuff on the target at the time. Oh yeah, 16% debuff. Wow. So it did 3 million damage with 16% debuff. I reckon if you had the level of like debuff, like if you had someone in here with the Silic or something, just massively debuffed the final boss, I wonder how much you could get it chunked down with just like a Maelstrom High Yield 3. Look at your shield damage. It didn't combine the entire thing, so let me file preferences. Time between combats, let's do 60 seconds. Analyze. That did not pick them up as one. Okay. Do I have to close this and reopen it? Yeah, you can use 2 maelstroms, but you just, like, you would have to time it. Thank you, Distant Knight. Yeah, it's, I mean, overall, like, that was an interesting Corfez. The Noskian bridge officers are pretty much worthless in the current state. Just, if you're going on the new KDF, just go Watcher. The Noskian damage boost is, like, pitifully low. Yeah, Voyager, I feel bad for you. Hints for leveling recruitment commendation. No. Oh, that one's really easy. Recruitment to duty officer commendation, you literally just buy DOFs that you don't care about. You literally just buy trash DOFs and you dismiss them. That's literally all you have to do to get the recruitment XP is you for that you just buy a bunch of trash duty officers and dismiss them. So, like, when I dismiss this common DOF here, or uncommon, you see I got recruitment XP out of it. That's literally all you have to do is just buy a bunch of trash DOFs and dismiss them. Make sure they're not in your overflow. If you dismiss from overflow, you don't get anything. They have to be in your duty officer roster. Why is the Silic good for debuff? The Silic has a console on it. It's a bit niche and it needs to be buffed up for it to really last long enough on a target to be worth it. But it can debuff up to -400. The issue is that the more targets that are around that target, the less debuff it does. But if it's just a single target like a boss, that can be 400 debuff for a couple seconds. Is there an easy way to do colonial? I don't know. Literally, you just have to. The key with all of the DOF stuff is you just go up in space and sector space. You just look for DOF assignments. Yeah, my piloting today is like extremely bad. I think as anyone watching me fly can tell. But yeah, I'm glad that we got through that Corfez. That was an interesting run to be sure. What was my healing on that one? I didn't even have that much healing. Terabit, you had a lot right there. What'd you have going on? Your Valdor? Yeah, your Valdor went nuts in there. The Valdor did not do that much for me. I guess I just wasn't taking... I don't know. Just wasn't getting enough hits in on me or something. Beach Assault? That's like a shuttle TFO, right? I pretty much always just leave that one undone. Ground? I legitimately don't know if I've ever done it. Monir, I've not tested the trait yet, to be entirely honest with you. Okay. You guys want this. This is not the shuttle one? Okay, so... We're doing it. We'll do it on Elite. Drenar Beach Assault on Elite. Here we go. Public queue. Public queue. Yeah, the CXP bonus pools definitely help also. You can buy those cheap on the exchange. Voyager, I want to do it privately. Or publicly, I mean. Drenar Beach Assault Elite Public Queue. This is apparently a ground TFO. I've not ever done it. Oh, that's unfortunate, Voyager. This is the Universal Endeavor for anyone that wants to join in. Drenar Beach Assault Elite. I honestly have no idea. I've never run this before. It's not a popular TFO, but it's not terribly bad. Okay, I don't know if the elite version is going to pop, so let's also go for the advanced one. So, Drenar Beach Assault Advanced. Oh, elite did pop. Okay, elite went. Except that elite. Oh. Someone declined the elite one. We almost had it. Save us, Voyager. Going to ground DPS tune? Terrible. Okay. You're doing that. A random note here for any of you that like water cooling stuff. There's a company that sells that here in the States going out of business called Frozen CPU. They've been around for a long time, but they've like got 50% off everything on their site. I ordered a bunch of fittings and a radiator from them quite cheap here over the past couple days. Knight, thank you for stopping by. How many TFOs have you not even attempted? There's a lot of like there's some of the newer TFOs where I mean I've done them, I just haven't cared much about them. Like I haven't done the new Forged in Fire. What else have I not done here? The Klingon versions of the fleet maps, I don't think I've ever done. Serial Realm I've done, it's boring. I don't think I've ever done Operation Repost. And you know, I've never done infected space elite either. We should probably try that again on stream at some point. Operation Repost. Yeah, chaps. Okay, so it's literally just the fleet colony map. Why is it showing me an incomplete one?
Zinkethi's ships have breached our fleet.
My fleet's got this built out. Why am I seeing this, like, terrible version of this? Yeah, Joe, that's what I was thinking, but I just... I have no idea what I'm doing here. Team, you'll have to carry me. Well, sometimes what happens with some of these maps is it loads the or it'll like take in and factor in what the average level of the fleet map is for everyone on the team. These guys might be worth doing the Tommy gun. Or other shield's going down fast enough. Disco rifle is certainly the way. Why is there only 2 hive mind stacks here? I'm pretty sure I have hive mind on. You got me checking now. Yeah, I've got hive mind on. Oh, they just keep spawning in. We gotta kill them.
They powered up another transport. Watch out for more troops.
See, this is where you guys get to see that I'm truly a casual player. I'm not even using kid overboosters. Like, this is terrible.
They have a lock on all 3 facilities. They're direct aiming now.
Not me that they're not there.
The orbital defense controls have taken heavy damage.
I think we're... So floor 2 is doing okay, but I need to get upstairs. Floor 3 and floor 1 are, again, just absolutely dumpstered right now.
Colony shield is coming online now.
What do we gotta do? Set up all...
Transporter signature indicates that the Zinkethi are...
I gotta do things. Oh. No. Let's hope your team loses, Spencer. Wow.
They have mortars and shields. Smash through them to reach the inhibitor. Make your way to the first transport inhibitor.
All the toxicity in chat. Hope my team loses.
Transport inhibitor 1 is now active.
Do we not go to the right spot? I have no idea what's going on. Gotta hit this thing up here, okay.
Transport inhibitor 2 is operational.
Yeah, our team's definitely not getting this done first.
Transport inhibitor 3 is working. Keep it up. Transport inhibitor 4 is now online.
I've let everyone down. Yeah, the V'ger probes are definitely nice. And that's the thing, too, is, like, things may suck when the event initially happens. Like, the Chronogami displacer right now is garbage.
Transport inhibitor 5
But
is online. 1 to go.
long term, they may, you know, fix that. It may become, you know, worth using.
All inhibitors are up and running. We've got atmospheric scattering.
Prepare for a counter. Worried.
We've got atmospheric scattering and a force field dome keeping the Zenkethi from beaming down directly, but they're launching shuttles to bring down the inhibitor.
Someone needs to stay at each one? Okay. I'll head back to the platform one over here. Someone go back to the last
Attack
one.
shuttles incoming. Protect the inhibitors.
My weapon can't hit it? There it goes.
Heads up, an elite squad of Zenkethi is beaming down.
There. I'm buffing up, waiting for Zenkethi. Oh, they're going towards Master Dude. Man. Oh, good air. Two. That shuttle really took a lot out of that. My weapon doesn't quite have the range it needs to take out the shuttle. What other long-range
Their
weapons
shields
do
are
I have?
buckling. They won't last much longer. One of the inhibitors was destroyed. Things are looking pretty grim. We weren't able to hold them back up here, and the colonial government just gave the evacuation signal.
Wasn't me.
Take care of yourself
I don't
down there.
It was Beta Voyager. Your side let us down. I was doing so terribly. Someone on that side failed, Voyager. Oh. Oh, where are you? Okay. Wait, I don't see you here. I think you're lying. That's Voyager's fault. Good effort. On Elite difficulty, you can fail TFOs, yeah. That's part of the challenge of doing it on Elite is you can fail. Those shuttles were rough, yeah. Definitely, like, I did not have the right gear for that. Like, the Mr. Vups pistol's extreme close range, and then the disco rifle. I've got some, I could also, I've got the phaser sniper rifle, the lower dex one. I'll have that on the next time we try that. Did that put us on immediate cooldown, didn't it? Yeah. That's one of the things that sucks with this game is the cooldown. Like, if you fail in Elite TFO, why give a cooldown? Let us go back in, try again immediately. We're needing to wait 30 minutes for it. That just sucks. Okay. What other content can we do? I know. Distant. I know you want me to do solo ISE. In fact, let's see how the... You want me to do a ground TFO? Hearing a lot of things here. Ground TFOs are terrible. Yeah, Undine Infiltration Elite. This one, you answer a question wrong and it auto fails. I'm gonna swap back over. I want to do this Legendary Akira. Just see how like a solo start goes. See how bad it is for me. Just see how bad I do. So I'm gonna just set this back up. I'm gonna be abusing trauma response because that's what my loadout currently has on it. But let's the hell with Honor Elite. Yeah, we can give that a go here in a few. I've looked and USPS is very slow to deliver the things I was hoping would be here today,
the situation is grim.
Go until that all arrives. And that's what I'm doing here. There is good old infected elite. Imagine if they had elite randoms. Elite randoms in this game would be absolutely terrible. You would only run them if you had a full team. The player base in this game is too low, on average DPS wise, for random elites to be viable. It'd be frustrating. I should have buffed up more ahead of time. Oh, this start's garbage. This is really bad, but let's see. Do I get past the first phase? garbage. Turn chat off if we fail randomly. That was absolute just terrible. That was honestly, that was complete garbage. Get me out of this map. That's embarrassing. I did use a gravel or the graviton displacer too late. But that was terrible. That was like absolute garbage. That's act like that one didn't happen. Time for the true infected elite. We can do a true infected elite. Oh, Manus? Oh, that's terrible. I do wonder. Now, this is not... I'm not going to live. Let me be perfectly clear here. I am going to die very quickly in this TFO. But I'm going to try the start of an ISE with my torp boat and just see how abysmally bad I do. Because I seem to have, like, lost the capability to fly a ship or hit my keybinds in the last 24 hours. So let's see how bad this type of start is, but I need to wait for some cooldowns. Terrible. Yeah, Botsy's fun, Master Dude. Absolutely. TMP Akira got you to rewatch TMP and Wrath of Khan the other night? Yeah. I feel like I do need to go through and rewatch some of the TMP era movies again. I've got them all. I've got them all on my NAS, but I just haven't watched them in a while. Okay, going in. Let's see how bad I do. This shuttle bug is really annoying. How much time in prep phase did I just lose because of that? Or did it not start because I was...
The situation is grim. All attempts to hail the starbase have failed. We must... This is the Kobayashi Maru.
This is where I need to, like, turn on the robot code and start hitting the things right.
Scanning the nanite trenches. Got it. Difficulty activated.
This is where not having a grab well sucks, though. That was a good, like, on the first 2 cubes there. That slammed them, but the spheres all escaped all the AoE crap, so they all lived in that left cube. I must not have been angled enough over to hit it. I mean, yeah, the tac cube died quick, but for the rest of it, it was not good. Manus. Ranger, you really want to do a ground infected, don't you? And Mark, I like that comment of would need to turn off the chat if you fail on random elite. Yeah. Ground cure. Y'all are trolling me. I wish when you left a TFO, it would instantly just like reset your cooldowns. Because one of the things that sucks about like actually like just playing a ton of queues back to back is you don't go in with your cooldowns, you know, ready right away. You know, and I don't want to have to like slot Tippler. I guess I don't even have here. I don't want to have to like backstep to try and reduce my cooldowns. What I wanna do is take out the start of infected without being without being terrible. I could do graviton. That forces them all right in front of me and doesn't force me to run a grav well. Also would help if I hit the VAQ console as I was going in. I keep forgetting about that. I've been hitting at the left side in runs so far. Save it. Let me do one more attempt here on this this solo. Or at least the solo start here, and then I will swap back over and we can do a like an infected ground. Just want to wait for my fleet ability there. I guess that's fine. MB, how's it going? Did Ranger tell you how bad my piloting is today? It's bad. It's worse than normal.
The situation.
Yeah, it's disappointing. Enjoying free McDonald's. Terrible.
Resistance is futile.
Scanning the nanite transformer. God, there's no big thing.
I'm not in Grafcon soon enough, and I don't even know where my spreads went. The right cube that just did die this time. Being trolled by the game today. That's terrible. The entire start should have died right there, but I'm failing.
The nanite probe will repair the transformers. Stop them.
Okay, that's gonna die there. It can do damage, it just doesn't have the survivability. The new Torp? Yeah, the new Torp is really good. Okay, you guys want to do an infected Manus? Let's do an infected Manus. Not one-shotting? I know, but the two times I did it right there, it's just one cube always lived. The spheres were alive too long, and by the time I fired the spread, the spheres were eating it up, so. Okay. Public queue, infected Manus on advanced, and that is going to be the last thing for today's stream, and then I'm going to bail out, get some food and all that. So, public queue, infected Manus, insta-pop, okay. Get the Tommy gun on here. What a high note to end on. Yeah, me failing over and over again. Yeah, it's a bit rough. I never, like, if I'm doing a live stream, regardless of what game I'm playing, I will never, like, I just, it's, you just never perform at the level you're hoping for when you're live. That's always a thing that I find is, like, you know, whether it's me looking at chat or whatever, just never gonna do as well when the camera's on, basically. Hand axe instead of the Tommy gun? I actually do not have that weapon. If you can believe it. The pressure? Yeah. I really don't know. I really need to set up some ground keybinds. I don't even use the overboosters, to be honest. Like, I know that the overbooster is really good for cooldown reduction on ground. I'll be honest, I play ground so little in this game, I put basically no effort into it. It's so stupidly easy, I just don't think it's really worth spending the time on. I don't remember. Do we have to talk to the people to save them here? We don't remember.
Your efforts here are futile.
I don't think so. I don't think they're ever going to go in and, like, if something doesn't already have diminishing returns, I don't expect them to change it to Adam. Oh, you do have to talk to him? Terrible. It's been so long since I'm, like, usually I just am going through and shooting things in here. We have to hit these 3 consoles at the exact same time, so we need a third person over here. Yeah, and now it's such a joke. Hit it.
The collective bring.
I just go to the center of the room and hit agony. They go bye-bye. Yeah, it's basically the teamwork is everyone hit the consoles at the same time. Chiops, I really don't know. Ground is... But like, I do not spend any time like going in testing any ground stuff. I don't have ground keybind set up. Basically, for me, if I want to do ground, I just go to a game where it's, you know, they've developed it for ground. My thought process on it, usually. Final room here. Is everyone here and good to go? Okay. The difficulty of this is such a joke now, too. This is where having the shotgun would be helpful. So we gotta do the same thing where we basically just have 3 people hit the things at the same time and then all that. So we just need another person. Ranger, can you get over here and hit the third console? Okay, hit it. Yeah, I remember that. But now it's because the difficulty is so low. Like, you just don't die to the stuff. Did we not get it in time? Nope, we were too slow. Looks like people moved on to the next one. Ranger, can you... I got it. And we have the one on the other corner, and then we'll be good. Like, I think this TFO and, like, all these older Borg TFOs, I still think that they're fun. It's just, they are definitely a bit dated.
Why do you continue to resist? We only wish to raise the quality of life for all species. Become one with us. Join our quest for perfection.
That's the final boss fight. All that build up. All that work to go up against a boss that literally dies like instantly. You can't even see the things that the boss is trying to do. Like, yeah. I mean, without the Tommy gun, you also have things like the TR-116B that you can craft. You've got the shotgun, the physical shotgun that you can get in the Phoenix store. You could just adapt your weapons. I mean, like, it's still doable without that stuff. Damage infinity, yeah. I remember, like, people getting locked out and all that. Have I been testing the temporal ops scorpions yet? I got the elite ones, but I learned after getting them that I'm an idiot. So basically, Distant Knight, if he's still around, pointed out, the advanced versions of the temporal ops scorpion fighters are better than the elite, because as they pointed out, the elite ones lose their pulse cannons for a turret. So the elite versions are drastically worse than the normal and advanced versions of the temporal ops scorpion fighter squadrons. Yeah. So no, it's intentional. It's just it's because the weapon gets upgraded on the other on the higher version, so it's the classic trap of it. Yeah, I mean, I fell for it. I bought the elite ones right off the bat, didn't even think about it. The temporal ops scorpions, yeah, the elite ones get a turret instead of a pulse cannon, and that lowers their damage output. I learned about it after my last stream. It was pointed out to me in Discord. I'm running away from you, Ranger. The entropy proc, I mean, they were building up entropy quite well for me. I wasn't really paying that much attention, though. I mean, I'll try eventually. I'd like to do a side-by-side comparison over on Tribble with the advanced versus the elite and the normal versus the, that could be a tooltip error. That's possible. But all I know is their performance was like half of what my other pets were doing, so. That's going to be it for today's stream. I've been going for quite a few hours now. I need food, and I can't fly my ship apparently when the camera's on, as you guys have seen, so. I'm going to bail out for now. Thank you all for tuning into this random stream. I hope you enjoyed, and I hope you enjoyed watching me just fail at flying and moving my character around. I might do another stream randomly throughout the week here. We'll have to see. But it's going to be it for now. Thank you all for tuning in, and see you guys around.